some fucking. So I ended up talking to my mom, and somehow it got it got to the point, like, we were talking vaguely about like finances, and then vaguely about like the state of the world, and how like I was just kind of ashamed of the capital system. Oh, we were talking about paying back credit cards, and how I I have been paying back this one credit card that they won't even send me a copy of, like, to use, and I have thousands of dollars of available credit, but they were like, after I have called them multiple times, they have made, like, I've been outsourced to like these like brain dead. I'm so sorry to say, just like people who do not like, who are keeping me in a loop. Like, they do not care about actually like customer service shit. Regardless, um, I was talking to my mom about that, about the credit card, and I'm like, yeah, the credit card system, like this like system built on indebting people and then kind of not really honoring the terms and services of the agreement. Like, hey, why am I not getting to use the card that I paid down immensely and have available credit on? And I've made consistent requests, but like your app is broken, and like, why can they get away with that, by the way? Why can they get away with like allowing, why do we have a type of free market system that has no sort of prevention of screwing people out of basically their entire livelihood? Basically they're like,
It's all in the name.
yeah, yeah.
Capitalism.
And so I was vaguely critiquing that, and how I was saying, well, having worked for a debt collector, mom, I think maybe we just shouldn't pay them back until they prove that they want to, I don't know, get, like, at the very least honor their end of the agreement and give me a credit card that I can use partially. So I'm not gonna pay that one down anymore, because there's like, I've sunk thousands into it and whatever. I mean, I have decent credit. I have like, it says above average. It's like in the greenish, closest to the green. But that's another thing. That's another thing. Credit systems are fucking stupid. Credit systems are very arbitrary too. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway. I was critiquing that, and then my mom started defending. What was it? What was it? It was somehow got moved to Trump. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know how. But like, I feel like I said something that like I don't. Oh yeah, like money became a new god. I can't really trust like a government that prioritizes wealth over the longevity and welfare of its citizens. And then I said something to the effects of like, I'm just trying to unite the entire world. Like, I'm just trying to make everybody love each other. And then my mom said, well, I feel like Trump had very good intentions at the start, and he wanted to, and he only want. What do you mean at the start? At the start of what? When? When are we start? Cause like, I'm not gonna say that this man was like was born and was planned to be fucking Hitler. But I think we just let a guy who loves money get away with a little too much. And now it's like, if you even critique it, like, you're suddenly a fool. You're a fool. You're a part of some sort of like AI fake news bullshit. And I love how like fake news was the start of the epistemicide, the death of knowledge, like the murder, the attack, the full frontal assault by one of the foremost powers that be of the free world against educated, like, fact-checked, research-driven. Dude, how many flat earthers do you think are A, in America, and B, spawned since, I would say, 2020, the COVID
I
scare?
would say that 95 to 99% of them are in America.
Yeah, you're that's a great guess. And you might
And
honestly be generous in going that
COVID,
low.
COVID may have upped the numbers, but they were already there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the rough part. That's the rough. It's a blatant disregard
But
of knowledge in the like vein of thinking, "Oh, you can't tell me what to do. I'm not telling you what to do, by the way, when I tell you the world's a globe and gravity exists. I have no desire to be sharing this information with a grown individual. Regardless, not to punch on flat earthers, but yeah,
Always
where
punch 'em.
where did Trump start with good intentions? Cuz like I feel like even in his running for so let's say at the start of let's try it at the start of his second term, right? Well,
To be honest, it went wrong far before the show.
I know, far before the presidency even was announced, far before he. So I'm being really generous. Let's say it went wrong at the start of the second term. Well, before that, he had literally said he could shoot his supporters in Times Square in broad daylight, and he would probably gain a following. What's what's the what's the psychology there on that one? I mean, I understand that he's probably just aware that is his audience, the loud, horrifying, violent,
It's because
and it's
none of
normalized.
the focus is that money doesn't matter, right? Like they pretend money matters, but it doesn't, right? The real focus is on attention.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Money is just a means
someone-
to an end.
Someone who feeds off of attention. All of them are. They just feed on it. They're like human leeches.
Okay, so let's say it didn't start at the start of his second term. Let's say maybe it started at his first term, right? Was that before or after he was best friends with the convicted sex offender and has literally like this, I mean, I guess this is hindsight. Hindsight is 2026, guys, because now maybe someone somehow leaked a bit of not like, dude, I can't even say the word Epstein files without like my whole brain being like, oh yeah, our Department of Justice is a fucking joke, by the way. Our government fucking lied about its existence, backtracked on it, then gave out fake versions of it, then defended it, then said, oh, if we take down all the people in the Epstein files, our system will collapse. They said that. They said that. What do you mean? Then burn it from the fucking ground. Then put the heads in the fucking basket, dipshit.
Is big, and the people in power are the ones that do it.
Did you see the Pam Bondi interview? It's so disgusting. She was being there's a deposition as to the horrible mismanagement and release of the files. For instance, there was an email that was sent to the Department of Justice or whoever was in charge of redacting victims' names, and it was very specific. The only thing in the email, everything said, do not release these victims' names as fear for their safety, as respect to their identity, as their own wishes.
Redacted.
No, they didn't redact. Those were the only things they didn't redact, Brock. Those were literally, they redacted the offenders' names. Donald Trump's name appears over 1 million times. Brock, do you know why our past president Nixon was impeached? Are you familiar with the Watergate scandal? I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with like what happened or like any specifics?
Not particularly.
From my knowledge, Nixon inadvertently connected himself to a group of criminals who broke into the other party's political archives, like paid guys to steal voter information type shit, or like to an effect of that. He was impeached. He was impeached for paying someone to engage in theft. Our current elected president at the time of his election had 69 civil lawsuits of sexual assault settled out of court. I kid you not.
They got Capone on, what was it, tax fraud?
Yeah, tax fraud! During the Prohibition! They got him on charges of alcohol distribution before they got him on fucking murder. And we have a president-elect who, at the time... Dude, I don't know if you were friends with, like, edgelords who were on 4chan. As a teenager and preteen, I saw pictures of Donald Trump on the Lolita Express, like on an airplane, like touching girls. Like that was just like a normal thing that I feel like a lot of people sent as like weird reaction images or like. And so now that this is like being, it's like, oh, that was real, by the way. That was like 15 years at the very least before public AI technology was there. That was like, granted, it could have been secretive and generative. Oh, it's all fake. No, it wasn't. It just wasn't. There's literal footage from the perspective at some fucking party where him and Epstein are literally shoulder to shoulder, toothy grins pointing at like young girls dancing and like whispering to each other. What do you mean? What do you mean? Nixon got impeached for paying someone to steal things, and we have someone who went to sex offender pedophile island over 1 million times, or at least his name showed up 1 million times in sex offender pedophile island, the book. And we're what? His second term, by the way. Nixon resigned, actually, because he knew he was going to be impeached. My bad. Let me fact check myself. Imagine we had a president with an ounce of a half of a pinky of that much honor.
Honor.
I mean, fuck, at least Nixon was like, damn, you know, I did something wrong, and the people are kind of giving me shit for it. I think I'm going to step down because this is ultimately maybe an ounce of respect of the justice system, or like how, even though it was already well watered down, muddied, corrupt bullshit by then. You want to know what's real? So, okay, so all of that definitely wasn't the start, right? Like his intent, his good intention, all that whole rant was the B part of, hey, maybe Trump has what was well intended from the start. The start to me is a small loan of $1 million and then abusing a broken system to constantly exploit minorities, black people. Like these are recorded employees in Trump Tower getting systemically paid less because he knew he could get away with that. And then he filed for bankruptcy several times. Oh, the genius businessman filed for bankruptcy several times. Oh, he's such a genius for exploiting a corrupted system. God damn. Hey, Nixon resigned for stealing political information. And now he is. Dude, how was it well intended when we with no election, with no representative process, with no say from the checks and balances, the foundational triangle that our democracy was founded upon? We just said, let's let the third richest guy in the world have a little office 4 feet away from the president, and he actually gets to be in charge of trimming all the other departments of government to determine how efficient they are. The guy that killed all of his companies whenever he touched them, the only thing he did good was fucking helped make PayPal. SpaceX is a fucking joke of a space company. They've had like 2 successful missions, and the rest are all stupid-ass publicity stunts where the rockets are never recoverable, never efficient, never do anything notable or new. It's so pathetic.
Ask you again, do you believe in the moon landing?
I do. I really do. I hate to say it. Maybe I think the closest thing to like I think it was
I'm
much.
not a denier, but I know that
There's a lot of science that points to it, is all I'm saying.
there's a lot of things that, like,
from my understanding,
I seen what happened to the dog when the
yeah,
dog went.
Lakia,
No.
Lakia, yeah. I mean, so that's the thing about like the technology though is it was really close. Like the Russians made it to space first, established an orbit first. But we were neck and neck. And also, I feel like a lot of people forget that the Chinese were doing shit at the exact same time. There is like six spacefaring countries, from my understanding. Maybe I'm off.
They
I
just made Canada just made the arm on the.
the ISS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like westernized propaganda. I don't know if this is just me. Did you know there's other like ISSs? Like maybe not but like from all of them, like a unified thing. But they have their own. There's some people just in space from other countries in their own little space stations that are like dedicated. That I feel like is never talked about in the Western world. I never hear shit like that. I feel like I only hear ISS.
Well, because that's what's around.
I guess. It's just like I don't know. I feel like it's been paraded as if it's like the only thing, the only like and or like talk, but I don't know. Maybe I've just had like a severe disconnect of my information to the outside world. But yeah, there's just so much fucking wrong with this entire, and there's always gonna be something wrong because of how the system is set up. And so that was the whole thing. I was complaining to my mom about this stupid ass fucking system. And yeah, and then I feel like I don't know how I was able to be compared to Trump after saying I want to just unite everybody and love the whole world. That really pissed me off. I don't know what it was, but it's like,
Same objective, wildly different takes.
yeah, I guess he really wants to unite the whole world and he loves everybody. That was why I like there's just no like nothing in his political career would speak to that. He is so confrontational, hot-headed, asinine, disgrace to the American people. I'm not suicidal, by the way. Want to make that very clear. Um, just so fucking pathetic. Such a fucking grifter in it for the money.
That sounds exactly like what someone who is
Yeah,
suicidal.
it really does, doesn't it? It's just so it's so sad the
Somewhat.
state of the world.
Yeah.
Didn't England? Wait, so I need to look this up. Who caused the Serbians to assassinate Franz Ferdinand? Why did they do that? Was it just terrorism? I feel like there was some sort of reason, like the same way that Iran and now currently Hamas is, from my understanding, I don't want to misquote or say anything as absolutism, but it's extremely war torn for the past decades, and now we have people who are born in that war fighting against, like literally just knowing, fighting against people who hate them. You know? And that's all. So we have to like acknowledge the context that these people are existing in at the same time. And we fueled it, dude. The guy fucking Richard Nixon, not Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan and his VP, I think it was Oliver North. Let me see. I want to fact check myself on that. Reagan VP. Who was the VP? It was George H.W. At one point, there was a motherfucker, Oliver North, in Reagan's association or administration, and they fueled basically Iranian extremists who were like terrorists to the state, who were just kind of like fucking looters, fucking evil pirates who were just killing people. And we created the problem, go over there, set up our oil digging machines, destroy their infrastructure, make them reliant on us, make them indebted to us with this broken ass fucking humanitarian aid system that only benefits us, the wealthiest country in the world.
Yeah, I swear America is like looking at trillions and trillions of debt just fly up, and then examining it and going,
Hmm.
profit.
This will surely not come to bite us in the ass. We will sure we this is we have learned nothing from the. Do you remember? This is my guess. Hot take. Are you are you? Do you remember? Was it Black Tuesday? I think it was Black Tuesday. You familiar with that term? It's okay if you're not. I'm trying not to sound judgmental. I hope in whenever I talk this much and I ramble about history, I don't sound condescending. It's something that when I was a kid definitely fucking traumatized me when someone told me I sounded condescending. I was like, "Oh, I actually hate my voice now. Thank you. I will never." And I understand though cuz I was condescending. So, but what was the thing I just said that I asked
You
you
asked me
about?
what Black Tuesday
Black
was.
Tuesday, yes. Okay, so that was the stock market crash of 1929.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was when everybody was buying stocks, and they were buying stocks with loans that they couldn't at the time pay back, and the only way that they were paying back loans, and this was like a normal thing, was just by selling stocks. And so it's okay in theoretic. So imagine like everyone buys a piece of the pie, but they reserve a piece of the pie for later. And the more people buy these reservations, their pie pieces get bigger. And they like the idea that their pie piece is bigger. But now that everybody has these reservations that are so big, they all want to eat the pie at the same time. And not everyone can do that. And all the banks fucking collapsed because there's no money to give anyone money to loan anything
Yep.
because everyone was taking out loans to buy stocks to pay their loans back to pay. It was so.
Remember when we were talking about microcosms and macrocosms and mushrooms?
It's that
It happens literally like it's
deficiencies.
the exact same thing, just repeating everywhere.
And so that caused the Great Depression, and I think the poverty rate was like fucking 40%. What? How?
A lot.
Not poverty rate.
My
Poverty might have been like half, and then unemployment was like over a third.
my
Poverty.
great grandparents struggled a bit. Oh, I died to an ooze.
Did I do an ooze?
Yeah.
Pain.